we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pulpit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
I'm on a natural high. But you know Bo Smoke Green.
Bo Smoke
It's
Green.
the Pulpit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 114.
Yeah.
What the business is, it's that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's Cuz with the buzz, Big Bo.
Yo.
And you know we got that food for your soul. For sure. And I know we got to do a disclaimer.
Got to do
Like
it.
I said before. So we're going to be talking about in the next coming weeks in different time frames. Yeah, the disclaimer is definitely going to be needed. You know, people get a little fragile. People get a little sensitive about topics pertaining to some of the stuff that we might talk about.
It's more than fragile.
Super fragile. I'm telling you, man, they get butthurt about some of the stuff we talk about. So I'm trying to protect you. I'm doing it in the best interest of you. So without further ado, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it again.
I said, you know, I got to do it. I
do
said, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that.
Straight like that.
And y'all know this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and I got something for us.
Okay, what we got?
You ain't got to be for everybody, but who you are for, be in a major way.
Okay.
Telling you, stop trying to please everybody.
Stop trying to please them.
You get nothing out of it. But the people who you do rock with, show out. Pop out and show out for them, you feel me? That's all you got to do. So we can go ahead and get into the show, you know what I'm saying? Shows, you know, there's some things going on in the world, you feel me? Some events that happen. Now, y'all know we talked about Trump and the attempted assassination last week. And then I said in the midst of that podcast that Biden should drop out, and a lot of people are putting the pressure on him to drop out.
A lot of people.
Well, that did happen.
Yeah.
And now we have the topic that we're about to speak about today is Kamala Harris being the first possible Black woman president. What's your thoughts on that, Bo?
I mean, if it's able to happen, it's a beautiful thing. It's an achievement, you know, and it follows suits with, you know, Barack Obama becoming president, and like these children seeing these Black people, you know, becoming president of the United States. It can kind of give them a feeling of, I can do anything.
I can do anything.
Anything's possible, you know, what KG said. But if she can get in, it's a big if, because man, this is an uphill battle.
It's an uphill battle right there.
And even the people who are kind of wavering their vote, they're, you know, they don't know who to vote for, or, you know, a lot of those dudes, I'm gonna say this, it's a lot of white men who, you know, they kind of don't like either one to pick from. They'll go and vote for Trump.
Yeah, because they feel like they have nothing to really. They're grasping at straws almost. Like, I don't really care for Trump, but I definitely don't care for her. And being a woman, you know, that's the definite.
It's an uphill battle, and plus two, getting in it this late in the campaign, you know, to muster up steam to get a lot of folks behind you. She's only got like what 2-3 months.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great achievement for her to have the chance to become president.
Yeah.
But this is something, you know, I want to keep this, you know, brief. But somebody, I was at work the other day, and they said that, well, you know, if Biden can say he's not healthy enough to run for the election, well, what makes you think he's healthy enough to continue running the country?
Right.
So they was almost like shouldn't he step down or something? And I was like, well, then guess what? If he steps down, that automatically gives the president to Kamala Harris.
Controllership, yeah, because she controls. She's the controller.
So is that what you want right now too? So it's a lot of things going on. So, but it's already an achievement, just the fact that she's a president-elect,
right?
And
she hasn't been officially a nominee yet. They got like 12 other people.
Oh, okay. So,
it's not official yet, but people running with it like it's almost like a given. You know what I'm saying? She's the vice president already now. Why wouldn't you make her a nominee? You know what I'm saying?
And then I did finally seen Obama endorse her.
He did. Yeah, he endorsed her. He did. I did
see that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for her.
Michelle did. Yeah.
Because the thing, I don't see black folks coming out to vote like they did for Obama.
Yeah, because his regiment left a bad taste in some black people's mouths. A lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? They basically didn't think he fulfilled his end of the bargain of him being the first black president. Ultimately, I just think like this. I just don't want people. We already stated our stance on it, right? We have no dog in the fight. We don't vote, and I know people be like, "Well, if you don't vote, that means Donald's going to win." I'm just going to pump your brakes on that. You understand how the world works.
Yeah.
He's going to win votes. If Donald Trump wins votes, it's going to be because the minorities voted for him. The way Obama won, when he won, it was a landslide because the minorities got behind him. You're going to always have your neutral people who don't know right from, they don't know where to go, and they just waiting for somebody to say something good that might sway them that day or that week. But most people know how they're going to vote before the election starts. It's the minority vote that you think the Democrats normally try to bank on because of, their ideologies and things that they try to focus on. Their focus points are kind of like, hand in hand with, the minority population. But I've seen it. A lot of Hispanic women and men like Trump.
Yeah.
Even though he does completely preach hate towards them,
but
they rock with him. And I'm telling you, I get the black women gonna get behind Kamala and a lot of stuff gonna get behind, but it's a hard fight.
Even with a lot of the Hispanic culture, they also are more conservative and into Catholic.
Yeah.
And so a lot of Catholic conservative leads to Republican thoughts. So that's one reason why you can see the Hispanic group going with a certain Hispanic group, because it's a lot of different.
Yeah.
But like a certain group, because that's kind of like their field, Republican, Catholic, Republican, conservative, family.
Right.
So that's why they already would like go with Republican values, and then you have a boisterous Trump. Like, all right, I'm with Trump. They with so even though like some of the things he say,
I
lot of things he say are hateful.
I think he has. The thing about it is, and we talked about. I just talked with my parents and my brother. We was all over the house just talking about it, and just having a general conversation. I just keep trying to let y'all know, emphasizing Trump is not a racist. Trump used to rub elbows with Mike Tyson and all of them. He's about money, prestige, and power. As simple as that. If you provide those type of things, you can rock with Trump. He loves you. But he does know how he's a businessman. He's always buying and selling. So he's selling bullshit, and he's buying the pulse of America. That's what he's doing. He knows that America is built off racism, always has been, and most people be like, oh, there's no racism in America. They just try to cover it up. Now you have a president or ex-president that says, oh, it's okay to be racist. Do you. This is your right as an American to be. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what he say to them. And that's what they be like, yes, it's about time we could get out these sheets. The Ku Klux Klan, like, it's hot up under these goddamn sheets. Have you ever been to a Klan rally in 95-degree weather? Now you can just be openly racist. That's what Trump does. And he knows that most Americans in the white culture have a lot of background based on racism. They have forefathers who don't like minorities. And it's a fact. You can spin it any way you want to. It's the truth. But that's what Donald Trump is smart. That's why he was able to be a president from a businessman. He just took his business values and incorporated it into running for president. And it be working. Because perfect example, dude last night, this is funny. Now, everybody was talking about the Project 2025 and the Agenda 47 things they're trying to roll out if he is president, which is basically like giving immunity to cops when bad things happen, which we'll talk about something that happened recently, now that I think about it. But giving a full immunity to cops to do certain things like that, basically getting rid of democracy. He said it last night. He said it in a rally. He said, hey, Christians, go out and vote. Vote. And I promise you, after 4 years, you'll never have to vote again. What is that telling you? It's telling you he wants a dictatorship like Russia, like other countries. So all I'm saying is y'all need to vote smart. That's all I'm gonna say. Like a lot of people trying to get behind Kamala because she's black, she's a woman. I don't know if you just go for those type of things. You need to go for the key points of your life and what's important to your life and your child's life, you know what I'm saying, and the generations after that. That's what you need to be voting for. What's their stance on that? Not because she's a black woman and da-da-da-da. And not because Donald Trump says, hey, he's going to cut some taxes. Because there's a lot of other shit that comes with that y'all might not be ready for. I'm telling you, like, crazy. When you look at some of the rules of engagement of that Project 2025, hey, if he gets rid of the judicial system and how it is and just elects people that's going to always be yes men for him, y'all understand the type of power that creates and chaos that's going to create? So, hey, all I say is y'all better vote smart. Vote smart. Don't just go out and vote like they tell you to. Vote smart.
Rock the
or
vote.
Don't vote at all, goddammit.
Nah, don't vote at all. I mean, I'm not going to tell people that.
I'm saying if you can't vote smart about the real things that should be important to you and you're voting on race or color or gender or a tax bracket, come on, man. We in some other times now.
That's what people base their voting on. I mean,
that's why we in the time we speaking of right now. Yeah, serious. And then we want to talk about, a young lady lost her life in Chicago.
No, I don't think it's Chicago. It's
I
in
thought
Illinois.
Chicago. Illinois.
Illinois, but I don't know if it's
Chicago. But it was Illinois. Illinois is definite. But her name is Sonia Massey. The video came out, from the body footage, you know what I'm saying? The body camera, and wow.
Yeah, I stumbled on it before it actually got popular because I'm a weirdo. I watch police cam videos.
Right.
So all different types of, police, a traffic stop to pulling up at a house and people, getting into it. Mm-hmm. I watched that. I've been doing that for years. And so the video had popped up in one of my feeds and I seen it and I'm just like, hang on, did he just shoot her over a pot of
pot of boiling water?
If it was boiling, I mean, like
it's just a far-fetched though.
Yeah,
bro.
I was just like, and then I was like, okay.
And the way he shot her, like, my thing is, if you even deemed that she was trying to cause you harm, you could have shot her in the leg. You could have used a taser.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Where's the taser?
But the shooter in the eye
I
or in the face, bro, that's wild, man.
But that video was so quick. And I looked at it, I was like, okay. And
you
then
got
all
to do
of a
it
sudden,
slow-mo.
like, it was almost like later on that day, then it drummed up to like, okay, charges are being put on this cop because, like, I guess all these people, they put the feeds as being a cop out there.
Man.
And so
first they didn't even want to give the information.
Yeah,
they said the son, when they told him that his mom died, they didn't even tell him how she died and who did it. They was only making it seem like
they thought it was an intruder that killed her.
Yeah, and then the father said when they told him, they were just like, well, she died and da-da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? They thought it was the intruder because that's what she initially called about, but they didn't even tell them that a cop had killed her.
Nah, they were sitting there talking to her for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy. What makes me get to a boiling point of it, I spoke about this many times, right? The same reason why y'all should keep marching and protesting nonstop is because once it dies down, we have another incident. Now everybody wants to get riled up and they feelings and we're going to protest and we're going to set it off. Then what's going to happen? After months of you stop protesting, It dies down. We have another incident like that.
Or probably have another incident while you out there
Or
protesting.
why exactly. But what happened? Do you not see the Black Lives Matter or doing anything, you know what I'm saying, before this? I haven't seen no protest. I haven't seen nobody standing up for nothing. I haven't even seen people chanting Black Lives Matter no more. And now you have this situation happen. So what do?
It's going to continue to happen.
It's always going to continue to happen because we just don't control shit. But it's important to not let it be trending to do a protest. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it about, oh, it's the now, and we going to protest for this, and we going to make some news, and we going to make some headlines, and this, that, and the third, but you're not really getting any type of resolution from it.
Well, I want some more information on this cop, you know, as far as his history.
He sounded very hateful. They said had transferred to a couple of different police departments for different behavioral situations, so he seemed like he had an agenda. And then when she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, it's almost like she called a demon out this nigga.
Yeah, like she could tell he's on one. Like
he not acting right. He already got his gun drawn. He acting iffy. Yeah. I would just tell people in general, man, just try not to do anything possible to give them any reason to shoot you. Any type of strange motions, any type of strange conversations and interactions, try to avoid them. You know what I'm saying? Just because conversation, if you watch the video, it was a weird conversation, period. Are you supposed to go check the parameters and see if the intruder's in there? What are we doing? Why she has this boiling water? Why are you keep going to the stove? They're talking to you. You should be directly talking to them. Say, hey, I heard something in the back. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody might have broke in. Can you guys go check around the back? It was just a weird conversation if you really look at it.
Plus, too, we might not understand the state of her mental health.
And I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
Like it could have been like she's having some like a mental problem.
Or she could just have mental problems in general. And that's never been
and so she thinks somebody trying to break in and then
hearing things.
You know, so hearing things and look at how somebody because like when they was asking for her ID, I could tell just in that moment, like, okay, right. She's not all the way.
She's not all the way there. Yeah, exactly. I felt the same way.
You know, like okay, either maybe she done took too many pills or something like.
Or she just could be on something, or this is just who she is.
So, but it's not a threat. I know they got their gun, they got their taser. If anything, okay,
he was already on edge.
Yeah,
though.
He was on edge. Like
because he gave her the warning. I'll shoot you in your fucking face. Before he did it. So he already had this in his mind that if anything jump off or anything slightly out of place to him, he letting it go.
Yeah, that was,
For real.
That's straight.
So that's wild. But I want to say rest in peace.
Yeah,
Sonya Massey. We lost another young Black woman and men, you know what I'm saying? We losing them a lot to dumb shit. Like you call for help and you lose your life that night. Just think of that. Just think about that. Like really just emphasize that point. You're calling for the police to help you, and the people who's supposed to help you kill you. It's wild. But
that's why folks on Friday
I take my chances.
I ain't calling police.
I take my chances. Unless it's like something that I definitely need them for. I take my chances.
I ain't calling the police.
They gonna have to call on me. It's gonna be the intruder calling on me. He shot the shit out of me. Can y'all come help me? And this nigga won't stop. He keep beating me.
He said he keep beating me.
Hey, was you in this house unlawfully? Hey, anything goes, Jack. For real. Okay, so we just keeping it brief. You know what I'm saying? This is like the world is crazy right now. We just I really want to emphasize people be safe as you can be as positive as you can be, love on each other, you know what I'm saying? Try to be a good human in general. Like, try to be a good human in general, because there's a lot of shit going on, and I really feel the bubbling of something crazy happening as we get to this election, you know what I'm saying? And just tension building. And this really, really important this year. It's a really important situation, so... And definitely stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you got to have faith in God, because man ain't going to deliver you to safety and peace anyway. So I'll say that. All right, so then you talk about the Olympics, man. The Olympics is jumping off. You know, it comes every 4 years. They do the little world championships in the middle, but the Olympics is something different. What do you get hyped about for the Olympics, or do you get hyped about anything for the Olympics?
Track and field. I've always been especially the women.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always been
we know why.
I mean, no, because you growing up in the 80s, like we had FloJo and
FloJo was that style, boy. that swag.
What was the other one?
That trip.
That was
Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Yeah, Jackie Joyner. Like we had all those were stars though.
Stars.
Global
stars.
So every Olympics, that's what we came to see. And so, I've always been
into men's Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis.
Powell, I think it is. It's a lot of other people.
So,
boat, as far as another country, but we watched for the boat too. So, yeah.
Yeah. Track and field was always one of my favorites, aside from, the basketball.
Yeah. I am invested in everything. I love to watch every event. I like to watch events that I don't know about. I like to see how they score them. And how do you win, these events? Like, I used to watch synchronized swimming. I just thought it was amazing that people could fuck around and turn upside down in water and be synchronized and do their thing. Like, if you swim barely, we used to flip up and down in the water to do flips. But to stay underneath the water and keep your body upright and do synchronized with your legs, that's crazy. So I watched that. I watched water polo. I even watched the equestrian event. I don't know nothing about no goddamn horse, but I'll be watching this shit. I watch all of it. And I love the Olympics because you just see how people go so hard for something. Like, they going the hardest, they train for this, and they put it all on the line, and it's dope. And this Olympics, we got breakdancing. Breakdancing.
I need to see this one.
I need to see this. I am so anxious to see how they score it, what countries and the people represent, they're going to do. It's gonna be a thing, and then next DJing might pop up or
don't forget the gymnastics.
Gymnastics. These are staples though. Basketball, gymnastics, track and field. Those are the staples of Olympics. Period. You know what I'm saying? Most people are going to tune in for those in general, but I watch tennis, fencing, weightlifting. Man, you name it, I watch it. Rowing, I've even watched the rowing events.
Yeah, I have watched the rowing.
I watch cycling for wrong reasons though, because I'm an asshole. I'll be watching the cycling to see if motherfuckers gonna fall.
They crash into each other.
They crash into each other and fall. I'll be waiting for the bloopers on that. But let's talk about the opening ceremonies. How Snoop Dogg was walking the torch down, crip walking. He was crip walking with the torch in his hand.
I didn't get to see that clip. I didn't get to see that. But,
hilarious, bro.
It's a wonderful thing seeing Snoop out in Paris representing U.S. That's representing U.S.
Representing heavy.
But he's an American. History making
boy.
I
just want to say shout out to Snoop, man. Shout out to Snoop, because if you looked at 91 Snoop,
oh man.
Coming up with the afro, talking gin and juice, and facing a murder case.
Gin and juice shoe.
187. 187 on the undercover cop. You know what I'm saying? Deep cover. If you look at that Snoop, you would not think he would be rubbing elbows with.
Doing time.
Yeah, we thought he was going to be time.
He's a good rapper. He released one good album.
I thought he was going to be doing time.
He ended up doing so many years.
But just the fact of how global he is and how marketable he is as far as doing anything. You could put Snoop in anything, anywhere, and he's good. I seen him with the Queen of England sipping tea and crumpets.
Yeah. Crumpets.
Now, what do you think this gangster, this Crip, you know what I'm saying, is with the Queen of England sipping tea and eating crumpets? That's crazy. Shout out to Snoop. I love him. He brings life to everything he does. If it's a stale old white lady right there and don't know about hip hop, he gonna make sure she know about hip hop today. He gonna get the dancing with her, gonna get the boogie in, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I love Snoop."
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He has that aura. I bet you Snoop got a good aura being around him. I bet you he make you feel good just being around him, because he seems like he always in a good mood. So shout out to Snoop. I'm gonna tag him, see if you see this. Shout out to Snoop.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tag him.
I'm gonna tag him. I gotta get that brother's props. People don't really give Snoop his props. We just say, "Oh, he do anything. He everywhere."
I think.
But that man, I'm talking about as far as where he took his life from to now. And that's a success story if I ever seen one. Definitely could write a book on it.
And he ain't done.
Yeah, he ain't done. Also, I like how they was on the boats, the opening ceremony. They didn't walk, and march with the flag and whatnot, they was on boats, which gave it a different appeal. It was raining. So it was definitely a different appeal to it. Lady Gaga performed this. Celine Dion, who ain't performed in so long, because she's dealing with something. I think it's called stiff neck. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something.
She's not from France, is she?
I don't know where Celine Dion's from. She was singing it. I think she was singing in Spanish, though.
Spanish?
I don't know what she was singing in, but I know she was singing in something. It wasn't American. The song she was singing, but it sounded good, though. It was just good to see Celine Dion back on the stage after dealing with what she's dealing with. They said it was her first appearance since the diagnosis. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. I really don't have anything else. Like I said, the world is just crazy. We just wanted to put, like I said, we just trending topics. We stay on top of it, try to give y'all some spins, and then see what y'all think about them. And, you have your own opinion, and then we do what we do.
Man.
But we going to go ahead and call up a fan favorite. Uncle OG, a fan favorite. He ain't been on with a while. And he going to do his thing and drop something on our head as usual.
Give you some homework for your brain.
He going to give you homework for your brain, somebody else's brain. And you know how Uncle OG get down. Especially when he ain't been on for a while. Yeah, bro, definitely let it go when he ain't been on for a while. Ouch. Well, he's supposed to be on.
Good morning, Mr. Wilson.
The Wilson.
Hey.
What's up, bro?
He said good morning.
What's up, fellas? What y'all up to?
Oh, nothing, man.
Just doing what we do, just giving the people talking about trending topics and just doing what we do.
Shit, there's a lot of trending topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. We had to trim it down, though.
Yeah, we had to trim it down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Vic was Biden leaving the presidential race.
Yeah, we said that. Yep, that's the one we talked about. Then we talked about the potential black woman president. Oh yeah, we had to talk about that.
Potential.
Yeah,
potential.
Have mama in the White House.
Yeah. I mean, it could happen.
The Olympics just got started.
Yeah, just talked about that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Won't stop raining in Texas.
Yeah, I didn't know it was still raining out there, but y'all have that a lot though, don't y'all?
Yeah, it's been raining here a week, man.
Damn.
Coming behind the flood.
Yeah. Most people still don't got power. They threatening it. Listen, man, they is actually got guns on these people to get their power back up.
Jesus.
Because it's been it's been like
that's a long time though. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks though.
More than.
Well, what you have to realize is a whole lot of the power grid was messed up from the storm that we had before.
And they never fixed it?
No, they was working on it, and then we had another storm come in.
Oh, damn. They said we can't even get ahead. I got you now. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we talking, man? We talking about a lot of stuff. What's been going on with y'all, man?
Shoot. Me, just a lot of planning. You know why? And take care of business. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's been going on with me lately.
Sure.
And working as usual.
I've been working at this new gig, and I've been getting it in. I love it.
How you liking that?
No, I love it, man. It's I'm on my feet. I'm tap dancing.
And Gregory Hines out there.
Yeah, I'm out there tap dancing all day, but I love it. And it's versatile, working with machines, and it's got a little physical, but it's still some good active work.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What's new out your way?
Storms, man.
Storms.
A lot of storms. Yeah, y'all been facing a lot of storms lately. Had a bad shake of the dice for the storm.
Yeah. Now let's turn that in. Let's turn that to the inside with what your uncle talks about all the time.
The balance.
What's the purpose of storms? We ever thought about that when we go through things? The purpose of it, the meaning behind it. Or do we get wrapped up in our emotions and allow our emotions to tell us what a storm is and what it's not?
Probably
How often do we diagnose a storm?
I don't think most people diagnose a storm.
What do storms let you know? Here, a lot of trees are getting uprooted and blown over. What does that mean? Power's going out. The grid is failing you. What does that mean? And how can you apply that to your life? Why storms? If everything is good one day, why does it have to be bad the next? Are they divine? Did God send them? And if He did, why? Who wants that? Who signs up for a storm or a hurricane?
Nobody.
And then when it gets too bad, you turn around and say, to deal with the trauma of it, it's all in God's design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound familiar, don't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Call it, this is life.
That's another one. Oh, man, it's just like, why are you saying these things? Because you don't want to think about them? You don't want to feel them? Why don't you want to feel all of a sudden? The pain too much for you to bear?
Probably, or people just, it's easier to cope with when you just come to that conclusion. Oh, well, this just happened, so, hey.
Or you get used to it.
You get used to it.
And you just develop a numbness.
Let's flip it. Let's dig into it and go inside of it. Long time ago, a building was built. And that building was built on defective material. It was built with material that will go bad and go wrong as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, out of the blue, with people going about their normal days, business as usual, life is lifing the way life does.
Mm-hmm.
The building collapses. People transition from living to not living. What's the first thing that they do when rescue, engineers, architects, and the disaster team shows up? What's the first thing that they do?
First thing.
Well, do they look at the design of the building?
Exactly. Hey, let's dig into this and find out why a building that was supposed to stand is no longer standing.
The structure, the foundation.
Now, all I'm going to do is take the building and the building collapsing and call that a storm.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate in any regard, but inevitable in every regard.
Facts.
Because if it's not a storm, what can you glean or what can you learn from no tragedy? Storms are needed.
Yep.
Because most of us won't wash away old. We will not get rid of old. We will let yesterday go. So for you to get a tomorrow and get you to focus on tomorrow, you need a hard wind to blow. You need heavy rain. You need lightning. Now, in the sense of the trees, The tree is something that's heavy in reality and rooted deeply. What trees do you have in your subconscious that need to be uprooted and blown to another situation?
Mm.
And about the power grid, your light that you have inside of you, you're not using it, so you lose it.
Mm-hmm. Use it or lose it.
Maybe we ought to look at storms a little bit more intently from now on.
Now you put it like that, you're right.
This even goes for, let's say you haven't had a storm. You've had a drought.
Mm-hmm.
Things aren't moving the way they should be moving. Why? Why aren't you looking into it? What's going on that no rain has fell in your situation?
Mm.
What are you doing that the sun is always out?
Always out.
And what does the sun do? It dries things up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Turns it brown.
Brittle.
Makes things wither and die.
Yep.
That's very productive. But you don't need too much of it.
Nope. Need that balance.
So what's going on in your situation that it's always sunny and it's always hot? What are we doing, people, that we're not looking at the examples in our reality and applying them to our lives?
Yeah.
Could it be said that you have a storm outside, there's a storm inside? Have we even thought about that?
Can't say I have.
It's a drought outside. It's a drought inside.
Mm.
If people going crazy around you on the outside, are you going crazy on the inside? They tell me you can learn a lot from a picture. What is your picture showing you nowadays? Because life is a picture. Life is art. Ain't that what they say?
Yes.
So what do you glean from it when you look at it? We laugh and joke at a lot of things. And a lot of times we say things, oh man, life be life. And is that to deal with the trauma?
Pretty much.
Why are you traumatized, sir, ma'am? Why are you traumatized? Now I'm asking a question. Before the trauma comes, do you get a warning?
No.
Yes, you do.
Before the trauma
Some
comes.
of them subtle, some of them aren't. But before the trauma comes, before the storms come, do you get a warning?
Correct, yes.
Yes.
Why aren't you listening to the warning?
That's a good question. I've always wondered that period. Like a lot of the people who lost their lives in like the Noya when what was that? Katrina. They were telling them there's gonna be, horrific storms coming, and unbelievable, like end of the days type rain and and flooding. And them people was like, I'm staying here. So it was like you didn't want to die. Like they wanted to live. So why would you stay there? I had never understood that.
But he's talking.
Now apply that to, now take that same principle, because we're talking about principles here, and apply that to your life.
Now, I was
apply
just
that to your poverty.
Yeah, I was just about to say that when you apply it to life, when you have a situation where like, okay, you had a job where like you could tell things ain't working right here. You know a storm's about to arise. Like I can't keep going through this. Like
you definitely got to do
yeah,
something. But that's what I'm saying.
But you can see,
I'm saying I don't understand people because I do something about it. Like if you know you're at a job and you about to get fired or they about to close up. But I'm just saying any type of thing that's negative or impacts you in a manner, you know what I'm saying, where you don't deem is good for you and you see it coming, hey, you got to do something about it. And I'm the type to do something about it. So when I seen them people who could have left and had enough time to leave and people were telling them, come with me, and they still didn't come, I just wonder where that comes from.
Now, is there such a thing that you're so traumatized and so broken that your early warning detection system no longer works?
That could be it because you didn't become used to it. And so you're immune or you're numb to it.
Like this storm can't be that bad.
Like Floridians really think like when that hurricane came in like 2 or 3 years ago and it was pretty bad, they really thought, oh, this is just another hurricane. We do this all the time. Like, who cares what the weatherman is saying? There's going to be 20 feet of torrential rain coming down. Who cares? That's how they was until people seen their house getting flooded up to the second story, like crazy.
Yeah. And that's not one of the biggest things Floridians have to worry about anymore. Sinkholes are a big thing in Florida now as well.
Yeah.
So how is it you will stay in the situation where the weather tell you it don't want you there, and then the ground itself tells you it don't want you there?
Pretty much. It's talking to them.
Say that again, real slow so the people hear it.
It's talking to them.
Man, I just realized that all this stuff had a voice. You do know that, right? Mm-hmm. So for you to say that, you just taught me something. Because I didn't hear the voices. I didn't hear the trees talking. Yeah. I didn't hear the grass talking. I didn't hear the insects talking.
Yeah, when you watch most movies, they always be like, if you quiet down the outside noises, you can hear the world talking to you. And you just got to be able to be keen to listen to what it's saying.
Man, I've been laying in the grass since I was like 3 years old. If you can tune out the world and the hustle and bustle of the world and the noise of the world and listen to the wind blow.
It's talking to you. It's telling you something. Chirping,
a bug fly past you, a bee buzzing. An ant might crawl across your hand, and I ain't tripping. Just lifing. That's lifing for me. Lay out in the grass. Just lay out in the yard.
I knew y'all was brilliant.
Well, thank you.
Uncle knows what he knows. But isn't that what we're supposed to be? Isn't that what we're created to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's with the other shit then? Why aren't we doing what we were supposed to be doing? And then when the building falls and the storms come, we act as if we had nothing to do with it.
Good correlation.
I'll say it again. We know that there's a way to act. We don't act that way. When the building falls and the storms come, we blame the building and we blame the storms. Why? Why does it turn from good to life be lifing, man? Why are you traumatized when you created the trauma?
That's a good one.
This is Uncle. Like, this how Uncle used to think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it hit me one day. I used to think negative, corroded, bad stuff every day, all day.
Mm.
And then when corroded, negative, bad things happen, I would blame God and say the devil did it.
Mm.
And then I started this journey where I would lay in the grass, walk barefoot in the grass, disconnect from the reality, stop sleeping with the phone in the bedroom. I started doing all that stuff, and then I came to this conclusion. You used to set up landmines and have to walk back, and you would set them up, bury them, arm them, put triggers on them, and then have to walk through them every day.
Mm.
And then you would hit one, have to stand there, but death is inevitable. Blow yourself up, and it never dawned on you that the mind shouldn't be there in the first place, because minds are supposed to be for enemies.
Right.
Why do you have minefields for yourself?
I'll tell you the one forgetful day.
Self-destruction.
So my message became simple. Keep it simple, stupid. If you got to put I don't suggest you put minefields in your reality or your mind for that matter. That's not the way you're designed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to, you got to know you put them there. Nobody else put them there.
Exactly. You got to know.
You got to know the reason your leg is blowed off, or your tree is uprooted, or your building fell.
You created it.
You created that. Because the thing I tell everybody, you're the creator of your reality.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the hour of your universe, because that's what you stands for, right, guys? Your own universe.
Your own universe. Okay.
You.
Different spin on it once you hear it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You're the creator of your own universe. That implies that everything you think about, something somewhere else goes into work to make what you think about happen.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, let's do the plant test. Get 2 plants. Put one in the window where the sun is. Put one in a dark spot. Water them both. Talk to one. Don't talk to the other one. Talk to the one that you put in the sun. And see what happens.
Yep. Growth.
There will be growth. There also will be death.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, take that principle and apply it to yourself. If you consume crap, First 48, Love and Hip Hop, whatever's playing on the radio, that'll become a reality for you. It'll start with feeling bad. Then you'll get depressed. Then you'll eat worse. You'll start losing situations around you. That's what makes you the creator, because you create the bad just like you create the good. You'll find places, you'll be in situations like work where you get into arguments and the job don't feel so good no more. Then you'll stop not wanting to do it. And right along then, you'll start getting sick. And after you start getting sick, they say disease sets in. After disease, we know where that goes. You see what you created?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see your creation? Do you see the picture? This is all Uncle been talking about. Why do we take the trauma? Why are we so accepting of trauma? In grief, in pain. Why do you love when your trees get blew over and your power grid fail you? Where you got to be in the dark and you got to use a little flashlight to see where you're going and what you're doing. And you uncomfortable. And the people that's across town, they got generators and they refrigerators stay working. They ovens stay open and the air conditioner stay on. And what do they got that you don't got, sir, ma'am?
They got prepared.
Preparation.
No. It ain't that they was prepared. My son tells me, if you're ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah.
Why aren't you ready, sir, ma'am? Why aren't you ready? You were saying you was going to the party and to the ball, Cinderella. Why aren't you ready?
Yeah.
Because you know a storm is going.
Prepared?
You know a storm's going to come. So proper preparation prevents a poor performance.
Exactly. Storms are inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
When you gonna normalize that into your routine and be happy when they do come? Why? Because you get to learn something.
Tribulations.
Why are there trials and tribulations? For the betterment of the one. For the betterment of the whole is the reason we have trials and tribulations. But I digress. Seems like it's getting a little heavy.
A little heavy. It's getting a little heavy.
Nah, it's good.
It's been a few weeks, about a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you need to know anything, you can ask the white girl. She'll tell you. She'll tell you what it means if you ask it right. She'll tell you what it means when trees get uprooted.
Mm.
And why your power grid is failing. Why your building's got a weak foundation. She'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. And
I mean it as a joke. It's not technically a white girl in your phone.
That's why we do the disclaimer.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
We do a lot of jokes around here. Don't take it personal. That's why I have. Yeah, don't take it literally. That's literally why I have the disclaimer. Just because when you hear something on here, be like, "Did you hear what Kevin said? Did you hear what Bo said? Did you hear what Uncle OG said? They're crazy."
Yeah.
Well, we all might be just a little.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I mean the white girl, as in light. The voice is a female voice. I mean it is light. Another word for light, another word for white is information, people.
Correct.
Information. Heat is another word for information.
Mm-hmm.
Hot is Another word for information.
Mm-hmm.
Conduit. It's a holder for information.
Yep.
Tube. Another word for holder of information. So the things we got to start digging deep on.
Yep.
That's all I ask. Want your situation to be different? Think different. Thinking different will lead you in to moving different. Once you move different, you'll get a different result.
Say that.
But you can't stay on the couch and say you want to be outside. Those two things don't go together.
It ain't gonna happen.
Storms are inevitable, people, but they're a good thing because most of us are emotional, spiritual, and physical hoarders.
Mm.
Let's break it down like this. I thought when I got a job, they just paid me a check. I didn't know I was doing a whole lot of things to get the check. Another word for the check is money. Another word for money is currency, correct?
Correct.
Check? Okay. Now, here's how the universe works. You put energy into something, you build a momentum in putting that energy into something, you get a reward. You get your energy back to you multiplied.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's do 2-week check. You go to sleep for 8 to 6 hours. You get up. You walk around for, let's just say, 10 minutes. You get in the shower. That's another 10 to 15 minutes. You get out of the shower, dry yourself off. You have breakfast, get dressed, get in the car, drive to work. Have to stop and get gas. Get to work, do your job, leave work, get home, eat dinner, work out. All of that expenditure is the energy, momentum, building catalyst for 2 weeks when you get your currency back.
Mm-hmm.
Wash, rinse, repeat, people. Wash, rinse, repeat.
Simplicity.
That applies the negative way too. The same thing. You get another result. You get a negative result. I'm hoping people have pads and pens and writing this down because it's wash, rinse, repeat after
that. Uncle OG. Don't hit him upside the head too much, bruh.
Here's the thing. You're already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it and you analyze it, you're already doing everything I just said.
Facts.
That's how you build a reality. I'm just showing you the building blocks. I'm showing you the atoms, neutrons, and electrons of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not technically doing it. The universe is doing it. Can't take credit for what I didn't create.
Say that, say that.
God is doing it. So get in harmony with yourself and your life will change.
There you go.
Don't get in harmony with yourself and your life won't change.
It's the same. There you go.
Same thing Bo say. Hey, get outside and go lay in the grass. Let some ants crawl on your ass. Y'all laughing, but they outnumber us.
Yeah.
They get a lot more done.
They stay working.
They're smarter than us.
Very smart.
They move as an entity, as a unit.
I love it.
Everybody know what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Siafu ants. I love them.
Now, that's a different ant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll tear
Don't
you up.
suggest laying in none of those.
You better not be laying in the grass
in
in Florida because they got them red ants now and they biting the shit out of people.
See, our food, they'll eat you.
No,
They'll eat you alive.
you can't. Look, we need a disclaimer. Don't just go. It depends on where you laying at. Don't go lay somewhere where it's the red ants because you will regret that.
A regular Midwestern ant, hey, they cool.
You will regret them red ants crawling on you. I swear to God.
I don't suggest. I think you just get to know your ants. Don't just go
like. They told me to lay down, and I got up with 1 million bites. Fuck them.
Yeah, they will tear you up.
Oh shit. Yeah,
that's too funny, man.
Yeah, they going crazy in Florida. When we came back when we was at Florida and on that on like, they where the pool at, that brick, we was like, what is that down there? It was 1 million of them. And then all of a sudden people was like, they was outside and they was sitting there with their shoes off. And all of a sudden people was like, hey man, somebody biting the shit out of me. They just mean. They just bite the shit out of you for no reason.
Yeah, they feel threatened. Like, stepped on me and shit.
Hell, you threatened me? My feet was chilling.
I'm gonna just bite you. Like,
that's the warning. Like, get your ass in the house. Shit. All I see is people get in. Like, as I said, that's what I heeded the warning. I seen Kel and them get bit. I said, okay, if I do come out there, I'm going to have my shoes on. This will not be that kind of party.
Yeah, man. So it's getting thick out here, man. I understand. I talk to people, and I understand the mindset. And not saying I never had it. I was just able to disconnect from it.
Yeah. And that's why a little bit of information is needed. Anytime it comes, it's needed. For those who take upon themselves to listen that far along in the podcast or just wait on it when I say, you're going to be a feature today, it's needed. It's definitely a lot of good information every time we link up.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Congratulations, Bo. I'm glad you liking your job.
Oh, yeah, right on. I appreciate it.
You started another chapter in the book of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so
sir.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations. I can see you smiling over the phone.
Right? He been on cloud 9.
Yeah,
he different.
It,
But it takes people pouring, like real folks pouring into him, you know what I'm saying, for that happen, let him know it was going to be all right. And that's what I think ultimately, like when you do lose a job or you don't have your job situation straight, it takes your circle, you know what I'm saying? Because you can start doubting yourself as a person.
Boy.
In general, as a man, father, whatever it may be, you start to let that negativity creep in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It could throw you off your course to get you where you want to be, but people pouring into you like, hey, you got it, bro.
I remember the day.
Ain't no but a setback. You got it, bro.
I remember the day.
That's what I told him all the time, man. You got it, bro. It gonna change. And you might get a whole bunch of failed interviews and job, you know what I'm saying, inquiries, but that's part of it. It's filtering out to get the right one for you.
That's called the storm, right?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah. I was going to say that, but I left it for your segue.
Yeah. Nah. It's definitely a storm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely a storm. But like we were saying, I seen the thunder. I seen the clouds. You know what
time it was?
I seen a little rain, then the rain slowed down. Then I started seeing lightning. I was like, oh man, it's getting gray out here. All right.
So category 5 out this
You know
bitch.
what I'm saying? Let's get we might have a twister come through here or something. You don't know. No, we do. I say me, myself, I do prepare myself for storms.
Yeah. Or just heed the warnings.
Sometimes the storms might last a little longer than expected, but like, okay, we know how to weather through it. We can get through it and then we can rebuild. And then we'll be ready for the next storm.
For sure.
Fabulous told me, those who know how to make boats stay afloat.
Hey, instead of me getting an NPC, I'm about to learn how to make a boat.
It's like, I don't need nothing else but this boat.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If you got some wood, you don't need a boat. would float on its own.
Correct. It make you one of them rafts like on Titanic. You see he was floating on that little piece.
Make you a little plank.
I say that to say this. Instead of crucifying yourself on that wood, make a floaty out of it instead of crucifying yourself.
Mic drop.
Maybe that's what God gave it to you for.
Mic drop right
God
there.
didn't give you that wood for you to hang on it. Not in the term we use. He gave it to you to hang on when the storms come. You have something to drift and hang on and float with, not stand up. Stand it up and hang yourself off of it. That's not how it was designed.
Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
Now, you can also use the wood for when you get in those cold, dark places. Take your piece off of it, build your fire, keep you warm.
Yeah.
Yes, mic drop. You're not supposed to be hanging off the wood, people.
Ooh-wee. Good week. A lot of information.
Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful week coming up. Enjoy your weekend.
You do the same, bro. Be safe out there.
Love
be
y'all,
careful.
man.
Love you too.
All right. Later.
Yeah. All right.
Boom.
Hey, boom. Hey, so y'all know how it is. Uncle OG jump on the show. He definitely gonna bring something to have you thinking for a second and have you reanalyzing your life. Reanalyzing what you thought is ain't. That's one thing that I know in being in contact with him and him being in our family. What you thought is ain't. That is the slogan. Because you could say something, you'd be like, this been my motto forever. And then he'll say something to be like,
damn, you're wrong.
You're wrong. And he'll give you a lot of context and examples to show you why you're wrong. You can't even dispute it. You know, I like to debate. And I like to, I'm a Virgo, so I like what I say, shit, I kind of like what I say and how I've been doing things. But I got to give him props. He has definitely opened my eyes to a lot of ways of thinking and a lot of situation and assessing. Oh, man, he's definitely been a lifesaver in a lot of various manners in life. So, Bo, you got anything else?
Oh, no, I'm good, man.
Hey, I feel like we gave y'all another good show. That's all we try to do is give y'all some information, some better than others.
Oh, I do got something on the music tip real quick.
Well, the music tip was like, should have been prior, but go ahead.
No, I was going to just say, hey, check out Fox the Legend, 33 album from the west side of Naptown.
Okay.
Another real dope project. He's made a couple over the last few years. Got some real good tunes on there. So
that's some Naptown love for you.
Fox the Legend.
All right,
so good one.
Sun's out shining. So, you know, we're going to do what we do. We're going to get out and get some of it because I know I'm getting out a little bit later on. You feel me? I don't know what Bo doing, but I know Bo probably be, hot boy Bo probably be out in the street somewhere.
I'm gonna be babysitting today.
Oh, you babysitting. Okay, well, you get a little bit of sun when you drive back home. As long as you get some sun sometime, get outside a little.
That fucker.
That fucker. But anyway, y'all be safe, always positive, and until the next one. Yup.